All righty. So my name's Joey Basile. The company I'm with is Intra Lighting. Some of you folks may have heard of us. Many of you folks may not have heard of us because we launched our operations in January 2020 for the US market. We are a 32-year-old lighting manufacturer from the country of Slovenia. If you don't know where that is, it's right between Italy and Croatia. Beautiful area that touches the Adriatic Sea, goes halfway up the Swiss Alps. We have a real energetic team of folks out there, but we are about 400 now colleagues strong with 3 manufacturing facilities in Europe, and we air freight everything from Europe and manufacture everything in-house except for the LED chips and drivers. We offer a 7-year warranty. All of our product is designed by artists and designers, people that actually understand scale, proportion, and balance. And then we fit it out with top performing LEDs from Citizen and from Seoul Semiconductor. So we've got some great efficacies for you. We've got some great fidelity and performance. If you're into, reading TM30 reports at 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll be very happy. Those Citizen is pushing about 100 all the way across the board. So great performing chips. Let's see. We are family owned still. And the children from our owners actually work for our company too. You'll notice we have some really good marketing. That's because Nika Marino and Marietta's daughter heads up marketing, and she gets all the money that she ever wants. So yeah, I think you'll notice that we've got some good marketing. Some of the solutions that we have right here, I'll show you with our linear product. So this is
Hey, where are you at right now? Did you say
What's
that? Where are you at right now?
Oh, I'm in New York City. And it's gotten real cloudy here today, but
they have a great showroom in New York. Just wanted to put that out, and happy to take you guys up there and see the whole spin. Just let us know. So
yeah, we have a great facility, about 3,000 square feet, about 2 blocks from Penn Station. So real easy walk, good area, fun area. So anytime you're out in the New York area, come and see us. We're right next to transportation. And thank you for that, Amy, because I totally forgot. So back to some product. So this is callus. This is about 1.5 inch extrusion. This extrusion makes up 3 families: callus, which is straight linear; random, which is a pattern that you see behind me; and in hexagon. I'll let you guys do the math on that. Some of the things that we're doing, we are a green company, right? We're not green because we want to be cool. Be like, hey, we're green, use us. We're green because Slovenian culture is very in touch with the environment, concerned of resources and landfill. We are actually operating our 3 facilities right now at over 60% renewable energy. And when we start manufacturing in Pennsylvania in 2023, we'll be bringing that same mentality along with us. So looking at our end caps. So we're a solutions company, right? We're not out there to make the quickest turnaround linear product for the cheapest amount of money. We're looking for like little things that we can do differently to help you guys with your specifications. If you look at our end caps, we switched from screw held to friction held now, eliminating some materials here. On the inside, you'll notice there's a little shelf that's created from lens material. We do that for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is when this is illuminated, that lens is illuminated all the way up to that 1/16 of an inch profile right there with 0 shadows. It also prevents any light leak when you have expansion and contraction, and also prevents any bugs from getting into the luminaires. If you're doing long runs and rows, we have rabbited lenses, so you're not going to get any light leak again when you have expansion and contraction on the job site. You might see a slight shadow, but it's not really the shadow that's the problem. It's that glare that you get, that distraction. We're not only thinking about our performance, but we put a lot of effort into how our product installs. It's the big unknown, right? You get to the job site, now you've got to hope that the electricians know what they're doing. So we try to make it a little bit easier. Excuse me. If you look at our extrusions, whether 19 inches or they're 10 feet long, every one of those that we pull from a bin will have a 5/8 hole drilled from 3 inches from the end. The reason this is important, when you're doing a long run or a row, or you're doing patterns, it's made up of many extrusions. This gives the electrician a point of entry for power in multiple locations on these patterns and on these runs. So if he can't get his power rate on the right side, he could bring it in the middle, he could bring it on the left side. Another thing that we're doing, and this one was generated by our friends, the sprinkler guys and HVAC guys, You know, the guys who never look at the Revit plans at all, and they just put their stuff wherever the hell they want to put it. We've got a solution for those guys. So, and I apologize for cursing. All of our suspension points in our linear product is fully adjustable. So it runs the entire length of the extrusion. So no longer are you taking that beautiful pattern or configuration that you designed over an entrance area or over a reception area and moving it over because the other guy's in the way. Just shift over your suspension point and install exactly where it was intended to be installed. There's even a set screw on there in case you're afraid it's going to jump off of that holder right there. Another thing that we're doing, gear trays. Have you guys ever installed gear trays? You're up on a ladder, right? On the top of an A-frame ladder, balancing this tiny little screw, trying to line up with a hole. You know, it's a 4-foot long gear tray. So you probably got to use your foot to hold up the other end because there's no one there to help you. We have no problems with that. So our gear trays install with magnets. So it is literally this easy to install a gear tray. Look at that. Half my job is done. That's a great time saver. Now, if you're anything like Marin and myself, you've assembled a lot of IKEA furniture. So if you look behind our gear trays, you'll see a very familiar looking connector. It's a cam lock system. So apparently our engineers have assembled some knockdown furniture too. No screws and plates on the back of the luminaire, straight through the aperture. Give it half a twist, and that's it. The connection is broken. It goes together just as easily. Anytime we have an intersection, whether it's 90 degrees or a continuation, we have these light blocking wafers. So these guys will prevent any light leak from escaping anywhere we're coming together. It also helps maintain the rigidity of the extrusion so you don't get this on long runs and rows. This is how easy it goes together. And I had like 4 coffees this morning. So look at that. Easy peasy, that is not going anywhere. How are we doing for time?
2.5
minutes.
2.5.
2.5 minutes? I've got 2.5 minutes? All right, let's take this on the road. Hold on a second.
Keep going.
Switching devices here.
And don't let Joey kid you. He always has this level of energy.
Yeah. Run over and show us Pixie.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold the phone. Don't go anywhere.
I want to see the black hole
This
too.
is so unprofessional.
Pixie in the black hole.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hear me? All right, cool. So, oh, sorry for that. I hate that when I have to turn that camera off. All right. Oh, you're looking at me. Hold on. Let's look at the space.
Make sure
All right,
you re-pin the right camera.
Yeah, you got to pin my camera now, right? So here's our space in New York City. We've got some real cool solutions. This one right here is called Black Hole. This is coming out next quarter, or delivering next quarter, I'm sorry. So we're specifying it now. This is gonna give you acoustical solution. So we have a faux leather exterior, perforated leather that's wrap and EcoFon. We have direct illumination and indirect illumination. And the center of this is a 20-inch high spun dome of aluminum painted black. Looking into this, it looks like it just keeps going and going and going. And that's where we got the name Black Hole from. We're going to be incorporating a Bluetooth speaker in here. So you'll be able to do like theme restaurants or maybe just, you know, control music right to the actual table itself. Another new one we have that was just released and is shipping next quarter is Pixie. So this one right here is magnetic. So it's really cool. I've got a rare earth magnet in here that holds over 4 times the weight of the luminaire. A little nylon disc prevents the magnet from ever making contact to Pixie, and you can adjust it any which way you want right in the field. You can do 7 from a spider plate. You can do them individually. The carbon fiber rods ship at 8 feet. You can trim them with shears right on the job site. And if you don't want to suspend them, you want to put them on a wall or a ceiling, we've got a surface mount option for you too. It's a real beautiful design. And this is where having artists and designers come up with a scale and proportions really works. It's like that perfect wine glass. It holds about 7/8 of a bottle, right, Marin? The stick wine. It actually holds a whole bottle of stick wine.
I love the stick wine. If anybody can tell me what stick wine is, I'll bring you a bottle. Chad.
Does that count for me too?
No.
So over here, we've got some more acoustical solutions.
Whoa,
This one right
we're losing
here.
in 10 seconds.
Oh no. All right. Visit me in New York City.
Yeah, we're happy
Thanks
to bring
again
you.
for seeing. Yeah, come and check out our space.
All right, welcome to Lightheaded. So we're going to switch coasts here, going from New York with Joey over to beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. So my name is Eric. I've been with Lightheaded for 19 years now. In one more year, it'll be half my life with this company. It's daunting to think about, but yeah, I've done a lot within the company: production, shipping, customer service, web development, graphic design, engineering, and now into sales. So I know every little nut and bolt and screw and certification and everything you need to know about the product. So we're going to kind of carry on from where Joey left off, where Joey was talking about a lot of linear suspended fixtures, linear recessed fixtures. I think that's the perfect transition into our minimalist series of downlight. So as you all know, a lot of designs are all about lines and dots, having your suspended linear and then having your recessed downlights as the dots within those spaces. Our minimalist family is a perfect combination to complement those linear lighting. So linear recessed, wall, all of that. Instead of using something like a square downlight or a round downlight, the minimalist gives you that linear downlight. So it still gives the same round distribution of light, but in a linear fashion. So the series is available in multiple different configurations. You have your 1 lamp, you have a 3 lamp version, a 5 lamp, a 10 lamp, and a 15 lamp. We also have it in a wall wash. So the wall wash with the little kicker with the angled reflectors, throwing it at the kicker to throw it at the top of the walls. And also in a wet location option. So for those exterior applications where you want that wet location point of view, but also these are very quiet in the ceiling. So when you turn them on, they don't look like they're on. We also have the adjustable version, which has your 25 degrees of tilt. And even at full tilt, there's no scalloping on the frame. So they really do look like they're off when they're on. So you have the full family of products. You have your fixed, you got your adjustable, you have your wet location and your wall wash. And this is a world premiere of our surface mount version. This isn't online yet, but I wanted to show you all this brand new product. So in the surface mount configurations, we can do it in a 3. We also have it available in a 2x2, as well as a 5 lamp and 10 lamp configuration. And then they're available with a back plate to just cover an existing octagon box, or no back plate where you would have a recessed plate so that it can just sit cleanly on the ceiling like we have for that 2x2 configuration. So really nice, clean install. And then from here, we're going to be taking this into a pendant version. So pendant version, but these are downlights. These aren't accent lights or anything like that. It will give you a round distribution of light. We also have them in the trimless versions. So taking away that little frame, you get a really nice, clean application in your ceiling. No trim ring sitting on top of it, everything nice and clean and recessed. So that is our minimalist family of products. Next, I want to quickly show you our 2-inch downlight. So moving from that really small 1-inch aperture up to a 2-inch aperture. So this is our family of, there we go, of our purest 2-inch family. So again, we do the full family of these products. You have your fixed versions, you have your adjustable versions with 25 degrees of tilt with 0 lamp cutoff. We also have a wet location and a wall wash, as well as a 2 lamp version, as well as a 3 lamp version. Each module is, you can go up to 1500 lumens. So on the single version, 1500 lumen, on the double up to 3000 lumens, and on the 3 lamp up to 4500 lumens. So a lot of light out of a really nice small fixture. Next, we have our Opus family of downlights. So the Opus is one of our new additions to the to our families of downlights. This is a 3-inch downlight with full 40 degrees of hot adjustability, as well as 360 degrees of rotation. One of the beautiful things about this product is that, irrelevant of a round or a square hole, all of the trims magnetically pop onto those. So you don't need to figure it out, or you can change it out later. Sit on there really good. Pinhole applications, pinhole versions. So the full family again for this series. Very nice design, little feet that can cinch down to 1/16 of an inch all the way up to 1 1/4 inches for your ceiling thickness. And we can also do additional thicknesses as well. We have the shallow version of this family as well, which is 2 7/8 inch tall, so to fit into those really shallow plenums. And all of our trims are die cast. You can do them as two-tone, but we also have a polycarbonate version, which is essentially a vacuum formed plastic for marine grade environments or dead fronts. So on those coastal environments where salt will just chew away at any die casting or any metals, we do have a beautiful option for a plastic vacuum formed reflector. So within this family, you have all the different options. You have your media options as well, so you can put in all the different lenses in front of the media itself. So your honeycomb louvre spread lenses, elongating lenses, perimeter frosted lenses, they all just sit in front of the optic itself. And the trims you can order either as open, so there's no lens at the aperture, or we have the lensed versions as well that sits recessed, regressed into the module for wet location applications, wall wash fixtures, and all of that. Everything is trim and trimless as well. So if you want it as trimmed, you can have it that way, or the trimless mud rings just screw directly onto the chassis as well. So they screw on and you can pop in your adjustable reflectors to give you that beautiful, nice, clean knife edge look as well. So very clean knife edge on the reflectors as well. So that is our Opus family of downlights. Next and last, I want to show you our cylinders. So our cylinders are, this one is an award-winning cylinder. So we won a Light Fair Innovation Award for this cylinder. So this is, it looks like it's fixed when it's not adjusted. As you adjust it, it's got full 360 degrees of rotation. But the beautiful thing about this product and why we won the Innovation Award is that little back cap, where usually you have cylinders that actually have that very hard edge when you adjust them and rotate them. With our version, you have that beautiful, clean canopy on the back of it. For the 3-inch family, you got your 3-inch versions and your 5-inch versions. No hardware, no visible hardware at all on any of our products. Very clean installation. You have the 5-inch canopies that just sit on top of a existing octagon box, or the 3-inch family with that very clean installation. It's not a trimless installation. It is simply just an adapter plate that screws to your junction box. You put the ceiling up and then you have the driver compartment that screws into that adapter plate. So very clean installations. Same as the wall mount version, no visible hardware. You usually have screws that screw through the canopy into your junction box. No visible hardware at all. So you have these surface mount versions. Then you have the pendant versions available in 6-inch tall as well as 12-inch tall, depending on the scale that you're trying to achieve. Our beautiful little 1-inch cylinders as well for that little bit of decorative flair within a space. Either on your cords, which we have multiple cord colors available, gold, white, red, black, or stem versions with the self-righting swivel ball, so it'll always hang straight. Up to 2,300 lumens on all these cylinders. Multiple different finishes. You can do golds or blacks or anthracite metallics, espressos, terras, grays, and you can alternate those reflectors as well. So you can put different reflector colors for your different cylinders themselves. On the 5-inch series and some of the 3-inch, we have the conduit feed junction box as well. So you can just run your conduit right into it. Junction box sits over the junction box, and then your canopy, which houses the drivers and everything else. And our 5-inch family goes up to, I think, 45 or 5,500 lumens. So that is our cylinder series. And here is just all of those minimalists I was talking about, all the different configurations, 2x2, 3x3, trimless, all the adjustable versions and the different reflectors as well. So you've got gold, black, matte silver, and white. So full family of products in that aspect. So
just real quick, I wanted to mention, and I put it in the chat, but if there's something here that you see that's not quite what you think you need, these guys do great work with modifications.
Yeah, we have our own powder coating facility, so we can paint anything. If you have an RAL number, custom colors, corporate colors that you want us to match, we can absolutely do that. Our standard finishes for all of our trims, you have white, black, silver, matte, nickel. And that's it for me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so
much,
Eric.
everyone.
Well done.
All right, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Ryan Schutz with LUX Illuminaire, joining you from my home here in Sparta, New Jersey. So everybody can hear me and see me okay? Amy, give me a thumbs up. So just to give you a little background on our company, LUX Illuminaire has been around now for about 4 years. We're a brand that comes out of Group Deco, which is headquartered in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we do all of our manufacturing in a 168,000 square foot facility up in Garrett, which is about 25 minutes northeast of Fort Wayne. And Group Deco has been around for 60 years now. We've been building light fixtures for the last 30 years for some of the most prominent names in the industry. And we have over 1,000 employees. Since we launched Lux, we introduced over 50 plus product families. We're developing and manufacturing new products all the time. And I'll just kind of give you some walk through some of our standard stuff that you see here. So this is our EOS family, which is going to be die-cast ends, extruded aluminum housings, and we can do these in continuous rows or in individual units. And we have everything from 1, 2, 3, and 4-inch profiles with a whole slew of optics where you can do batwing extreme on the top, Lambertian, asymmetric, and the same goes for the bottom as well, where we have Graze optics, Lambertian distribution, batwing. And all of our extrusions are designed as one pieces. So we have all one piece housings. We're not just doing extruded sidewalls with the steel top plate. And one of the connection, I'll show you here how our connection goes together for continuous runs. So this is our standard 3-inch. We have a top plate, and then we also have these 2 guides here in the center. So it's a 3-point alignment system. And when these get put together out in the field, they go together as simple as that. And on the inside of this, we have these tabs which overlap from the starting extrusion and go into the continuous one. Those 2 screws get inserted there. That's going to pull that unit together in the middle. And then we also have a screw at the top of this that gets inserted right here. It's a chamfered hole design. So as the contractor tightens that up, it's going to pull that unit together at the top as well. So that is our standard EOS family. We also have wet location products. One of the things I do want to point out with our wet location is that when those connection points go together out in the field, that most of the fixtures that you see out in the industry will have anywhere from 1.5 inches to 3 inches of metal band in between segments. We're down to less than 1/4 inch gap with our wet location. So it gives you almost seamless light all the way through continuous runs, and they're fully gasketed and sealed. We don't use any weep holes. And then here, I'll walk you through a couple other profiles that we have. We just introduced a 3-inch by 3-inch mini, as you can see here. Put my hand there for perspective. So this is a square profile that we just launched called the EOS 3.0M. And one of the things that we did with our standard 2 inches, we came up with this links design. And this links design, as you can see here at the end, has these end caps that allow for you to connect multiple segments together. So you can connect up to 5 different segments, and these swing open and close 60 to 240 degrees. So this allows you to make patterns where you can elevate certain levels of it, as you can see here with our elevator piece. You can raise this up all the way up to 36 inches, and you can do them in 4-inch increments. So the smallest one is going to be an 8. So you would have units like this that go together out in the field. And then again, you can go all the way up to 36 inches with it. We have a tapered end cap design, which you see here, which is just a little bit different than our standard die cast. And then we also have a sculpted end cap, as you can see here, to give it a little architectural flair to it. And one of the things that we do is we have all of our own paint silos at our manufacturing facility in Garrett. So we offer black, whites, and silver as standard colors, but we can do any kind of custom finish that you're looking for. And what makes this product unique is not only the elevated patterns of it, but you can create all kinds of designs. So we've had architects and lighting designers put forward some submittals that show, or layouts that show constellation patterns. Some of them go straight and then they go up an elevated piece of walking over the existing pattern. So you can create a lot of different options with that. We also put together a central hub, and that central hub is designed for through wire connect. So it allows you to just do the same thing as you see here with the links, but they're fixed angles, so you don't have that kind of flexibility. but allows you to have through wire connection. So with the links, one of the things I want to point out is that each one of the segments will have its own power drop that'll go down to the fixture. We are working towards having power over aircraft, which will be available probably towards the end of Q2 with this system here. Okay, so that's our links. And then I will show you this one here. This is our LUX fixture that you see. So again, just to give you some perspective, this is a 3-inch width profile. All of our fixtures have snap-in lenses at both the top and the bottom of it. And as you can see here from the top of the fixture, they have this little steel plate that goes across the end to really seal that lens in so you don't have bugs getting into it. Makes it very easy for the cleaning crew to come through and dust off. We offer a flat end cap, as you can see here, that can be, looks a little bit more like a Roman numeral 2. And one of the things that we just launched with this is we have patterns that are now available. So we can do 90-degree miters with this. So you can do squares and rectangles with it, or L's. And then I'll show you our ARX. So our ARX that you see here is going to have that tunnel style to it. This is heavy. We have edge-lit boards here at the base of this that shine up into this cavity. And on the inside of this, we use a rollout reflector, which is going to give you a very low glare. So you're going to have a UGR rating of less than 19 with this. And the way that this gets installed out in the field is you have a roll that comes out, and the contractor would take blue painter's tape and tape that every 12 to 16 inches. And then they simply just tuck that film up into that tunnel. And they have 3/8 of an inch to slide it back and forth. And then at the very end of this, they have a kind of, see if I can show it to you a little bit better. They have this end cap, which acts as a goof ring, where that film can be slid right underneath that end cap to hide any imperfect cut that you might have there at the end. And that fixture is available independent, a surface, a wall, and also recessed. And the last fixture I'll show you here is our Axe 5. Of course, I get all these tangled up. So our Axe 5 fixture utilizes a light guide. So it has LED boards at the base of this unit. And then we have this microprismatic lens with this reflector sleeve that gets inserted on the inside. So again, this is going to give you a very low glare rating. And it has a nice detail with the end cap. As you can see, we have a slight indentation, and then you have the mounting cleat. And we also have these hub pieces that allow you to connect up to 3 different segments. You can make these massive Ys with it. Your maximum length on all of our fixtures that we ship out of the factory is going to be an 8-foot unit. And we also have a structure box for this, which is a canopy that gets held right above this that you can put the remote driver in, because you can't house a driver in this minimal housing. This is for individual units, and you can remote these drivers. If you didn't have that structure box, you could remote the drivers up to 52 feet away from the fixture itself. And then we offer a number of different color options with it. You have white, silver, and we also have orange, which you saw on here, and black. And how am I doing on time there, Amy?
You have a minute.
Okay, great. So the one thing I want to mention about LUX is we are very good with getting product out very quick. 80% of everything that we have is going to be on a quick ship program, which is 10-day production time. Technical drawings are usually turned around in 48 to 72 hours. And as far as pricing goes, we sit up there with the best in the business. I would say on any given day, we can be anywhere from 5 to 10 points more aggressive than some of those linear lines out there. And it's a quality product. It's made here right in the States.
It's a great value. So lead times with the new challenges, are lead times affecting you?
So no, right now we have plenty of inventory with both the extrusions, boards, and drivers, and we're averaging about 2 to 3 weeks on everything.
Great, great. And these guys they're an amazing value, and they've done a great job rounding out their line to have these really unique architectural elements. So I threw some links in the chat. Take a look at their website. Super easy to navigate, as are their cut sheets. And let us know if we can help you with anything. Thanks, Ryan. Good job.
Great.